Hi guys, we're going to talk about measuring angles around an entire circle, just like we do on a unit circle. So the first video is going to be in degrees, and then the subsequent video, the next one will be in radians. So let's take a look. I broke it down into three separate circles here. The first circle is divided into 6 equal parts. Okay, so all 6 of these angles in here are exactly the same size. The next one I broke into 8 equal parts, so each of these angles is exactly the same size. And the next one I broke into 12 equal parts, so each of these angles is meant to be exactly the same size. So I know it's not drawn exactly to scale, but that's what it's meant to be. So let's take a look at the first one, and we're talking about degrees in this video. So degrees of a unit circle. Now, the very first rule about measuring degrees or any angle within a unit circle is that we must start from this, what we could call positive x-axis, okay? So this is our starting point every single time we are representing an angle. Positive angles go in the counterclockwise direction, positive angles, okay? And negative angles go in the clockwise direction, okay? So always starting here, and for positive angles going in this direction. Super, super important, okay? So if we're talking in degrees, and we know all the way around a circle is 360 degrees, and if we start here and go nowhere, that's also 0 degrees, okay? So this would be 0 degrees, okay, going nowhere. Whereas all the way around that circle would be 360 degrees. And that actually takes place in the exact same place, okay? Just that 0 degrees is starting here and going nowhere. 360 degrees is starting here and going all the way around like this, okay? Now, every single angle, like I already said, is going to start in that same place and go counterclockwise. Every single one of these is equal in size, and there's 6 of them around there, which means each of them is 360 divided by 6, so each of them is 60 degrees. So every single one of these is 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 more, 60 more, 60 more, 60 more, 60 more. So we can just add that 60 all the way around the circle. Okay, so that's 0 degrees. Up to here is 60 degrees, so I'll just write it here. Up to here is 120 degrees, so we'll just write it there. Over to here is 180 degrees. Okay, that makes sense, straight line, okay. To the next one, add 60 more, 240 degrees. Next one, add 60 more, 300 degrees. And then the next one, add 60 more, which brings us to 360. Okay, so we will do this for each of the other circles so you can see other breakdowns. So over here, again, we need to begin at the positive x-axis. This is where our 0 is, okay? We know all the way around the circle is 360, so again, that's 360 degrees, and these are all degrees. Okay, halfway around that circle we know is 180 degrees, okay? If we take half of that 180, we know that that's 90 degrees. So from here up to here is going to be 90 degrees. And then if we take half of the 90, divide that right in half, we know that from here to here is 45 degrees. So each of these is 45 degrees. We're going to just keep on adding 45 degrees around the circle. So 45, 90, next one's 135. And remember, every single one, we're starting from this red axis and we're going counterclockwise. That's how big that angle is. So 180, add 45 more is 225. 45 more is 270. 45 more, 315. 45 more up to 360. Okay, so that's the 45 degrees. Now the last circle here, we have each of these. Again, we need to begin counting from here. So this is 0 degrees. Halfway around the circle, I'll put it in green, 0. Halfway around the circle, again, is still 180 degrees. All the way around is 360. Okay. Halfway is 90. We can still see that 90 there. And this 90 is divided into 3 equal parts, which means each of them is 30. So this first angle is 30 degrees. Add 30 more, 60, 30 more, 90, 30 more, 120, 30 more, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and then all the way up to 360, okay? Keeping in mind, every single one of these starts here, goes in a counterclockwise direction. So if I go from here all the way around to this, that's an angle of 210 degrees. Beginning, so that 210 degrees begins here and ends here in this direction. Okay, so that's the unit circle and the degrees around the unit circle.